So I'm sitting here with Connor. Connor joined my program, made 10 grand his first month as an appointment setter. Now he's sitting here. He flew out from Melbourne for this video. Very excited to have you here. I appreciate you coming on. First of all, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm very good. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to go through this journey, right? And what I've experienced so far. So I'm excited, man.
Break it down. So obviously now you've been very successful, so successful that I've kind of taken you on my team as head of operations and sales, right? 10K, first month, appointment setting. I guess where were you at before you came across me, before you joined the program? What was your situation looking like?
It's interesting. Like at 18, I moved out from Canberra. So from Canberra, I moved to Melbourne to chase my football career. Signed a contract, and then I was picked up a landscaping job. So that was 4 or 5 days a week, 8-hour days.
Damn.
Like it was tough, right? And fast forward a year, I was in the same position, like turning 20. And yeah, it was just getting worse. Like
Yeah.
had a couple injuries. A lot of it was due to the work I was doing.
Yeah.
And just, being always tired, always drained.
Sure.
And then I came in contact one of my best mates, Ronaldo. He reached out to me and said, "Man, you got to look at this. Like, I'm doing this. It's working." I was like, last time I saw him, he was working at Bunnings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it didn't make sense. And I'm here 4 days a week landscaping. I was like, it didn't make sense. So I reached out to you.
Yeah.
Obviously, we had a conversation, and then basically within the next sort of month or two, I joined, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And since then, man, like after a month or month and a half, was able to leave that landscaping job.
Okay, so you were landscaping. That's not the worst job in the world. No. I'm sure you were making all right money. What was so wrong with you landscaping 5 days a week, 8-hour days?
I mean, when you have like a dream of being an athlete, your focus has to be on that.
Sure.
Training throughout the days, like gym, a couple sessions a day, right?
Yeah.
And I'd wake up at 6:30 just to like get to work at 7:30, and then I'd finish 4 or 5.
Yeah.
After being on a shovel all day. So it's not ideal. Like it's not like I'm going through the worst situation possible, but it's not ideal with my goals.
Yeah.
And I found that out very quickly.
Okay. I mean, what age did you start football, and what age did you know that you wanted to play in the Premier League?
Since I don't even know, man, 3 or 4.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like young age.
So pretty much since you could walk, since you had conscious thoughts.
Exactly, yeah.
You wanted to become a professional footballer, right? I'm sure even though landscaping isn't the worst job on earth, you wanted to do absolutely everything you could to optimize your life for that goal.
Exactly. And it was also about survival in a sense. Like I was paying, since I moved out, like my rent, bills, groceries, like car, all that stuff, right? So I, in a sense, had to work to pay for everything.
So how much were you earning, say a week or a month, when you were landscaping?
3-4K a month through landscaping.
5 days a week?
Yeah. So I had a contract as well with football, which was getting paid, but it's not like it was through the roof money at all.
No.
You know what I mean?
Okay. You're not Lamine Yamal yet, maybe?
Nah, I mean, he's... Nah. I mean, in 1v1, maybe I'll be in, but...
You were making roughly $3,000 a month, working 5 days a week, 8-hour days, landscaping, picking up rocks and cutting bushes.
All that stuff, yeah.
Now you're making, more than 6 figures a year online. How does your day-to-day look different, like now compared to when you were landscaping?
It's a sense of like, I'm held down to a boss.
Yeah.
And a schedule. I can't be late. I have 30 minutes for my lunch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas this, it's like, I'm putting in work. I'm still doing hours.
Yeah.
Right? Because you have to at the end of the day. But it's more about like, I choose that schedule. I can work late at night. I can work early in the morning, throughout the day. It's that sort of freedom. So I can base my football as the priority, and then this fits in with it, rather than landscaping becomes like the control of my life, and then I have to fit the football around that.
I get what you mean, because I moved across the entire world to chase a dream, with the goal of playing for Liverpool, awesome. Right? Being their new left back, from Sydney to Sweden. And I remember I ran out of money basically, because traveling across the world chasing a professional dream isn't cheap, and I had to get a job. And I ended up washing dishes for $15 an hour, working for some boss. Like, it's probably the worst thing I've ever done. It can be so like demoralizing knowing you have this potential, But then I think most people just don't know where to start or where to go in achieving more in, say, doing something online.
Like it's like a full restaurant menu of
Mm.
what to pick,
Mm-hmm.
realistically. Like you have no idea at the end of the day, and all of it works.
Yeah.
It's just about finding that one that fits and applying yourself in it.
Okay. So you can speak to that because you tried pretty much from memory absolutely everything out there online.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right. What did you try? And I guess like what didn't work as well.
What didn't I try? I mean, it was from job shipping to an agency, marketing stuff, TikTok shop,
Mm-hmm.
monetizing videos,
Yeah.
a form of match betting, so a sports betting thing.
Yeah.
Crypto. I mean, it was all of it, right? And the hard part is like because my football is priority,
Yeah.
I don't want like a business to
Yeah.
take that over
Okay.
or to end up like dropping football.
Yeah.
Because obviously you need to put a lot of time into something else. And, you know, just lost almost. Like I don't know what to do, where to go, how to progress it. No sort of guidance, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying because, like, when I was chasing a professional dream in Sweden, I ended up trying to start a coaching business. I ended up trying dropshipping, Shopify store, all of these things, and I was spending probably 10 hours a day inside. And then I'd have to go to training. I was probably more tired and more drained trying to build that business, sitting inside all day, trying to become the next Elon Musk, than I was doing in my 9 to 5.
Right.
So the priority for me was becoming a professional footballer, not making 10 grand a month at the time.
Yeah.
Do you think most people go wrong trying to be successful, trying to achieve some freedom if they have a professional sporting dream? Do you think they go wrong by trying to start a business?
I don't think they go wrong, but I think there's a wrong idea behind it.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like at the end of the day, you can't like put 2 feet in 6 different things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because realistically, it's not going to work.
Yep.
It's more a case like if you aren't doing anything, like you have no direction, you have no football athlete, whatever.
Yep.
You have the time and the ability to start a business from scratch, put in 15, 16 hours, whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
right? When you're a footballer with a main priority of making it, that stays the same.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to find something that fits without wasting or putting
Yeah.
in 16 hours because then you're better off working
Yeah.
in some form of job.
So overall, why do you think? Because you spent probably like a year, 2 year trying absolutely everything online, right?
Yeah.
So why do you think in that timeline you got stuck in your landscaping job? You didn't see enough success to quit that job, and then you came across the opportunity of appointment setting, of sales, and then obviously you quit that job within a month. What do you think like the main difference was?
The main difference was just like the guidance aspect.
Okay.
I mean, there's like I had no process. I was just on YouTube. I was on
Mm-hmm.
like I was getting information on how to do something 6 different ways from
Sure.
6 different people.
Yeah.
And it's like you can pick which one, you can try and go through it, but they're not going to help you at the end of the day. You watch an hour video and then
Yeah.
what do you do next?
Sure.
So for me, it was like actually finding a sense of like guidance and a process
Yeah.
and like a blueprint
Yep.
to where I have the ability to apply myself.
Mhm.
And it's not like I have to spend 14 hours
Yeah.
figuring out that process.
Yeah.
I put in what's there and the time I have, and it just, you know, that's why I was like, there's success in this.
Here's where what I think most people go wrong when trying to make an income online, right? If it was only about working hard, pretty much everyone would be making 10K
sure,
a month
for sure.
online,
Yeah.
right? So really what most people are missing is the right information and implementation,
Mm-hmm.
right? So really people just need to learn the skills and then show up and do it. What do you think personally, after obviously having going through my coaching program, the importance of getting coaching and say getting mentored?
Well, it's the same comparison like for my football.
Mm-hmm.
If I turn up and play with my mates every day, I'm obviously going to get better to an extent. But if I was to, for example, go to a pitch with Neymar every day, I'm going to skyrocket my growth.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same comparison. I can spend 2 years going through a job shipping, but if I've got someone who's been there, done it, has a process, that growth can happen like instantly.
So is it fair to say that getting mentorship, getting coaching is like a catalyst to growth?
Sure.
Especially if what people are missing in this online space from the outside looking in, looking to make their first 10K a month is kind of just information.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what do you say to this perspective? People think that it's cheaper to try on their own, try to figure it out themselves, where they spend a few months trying and they maybe don't see any success, what do you think is cheaper? Doing that or just going straight away, getting the help and being successful your first month like you were?
Getting help. And the reason I say that is you either invest in yourself or you waste your time trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Like you may figure it out in a year, 2 years, cool, but you've spent a year, 2 years trying to do it, whereas you could have got there in like 2 months.
Yeah. I mean, in a year's time, you would have made at the very minimum, based on how much you're making, 150,000 in the remote sales space.
100%.
Right? Like, I'm sure you didn't pay 150,000 to work with me.
No, not at all. Right.
So you do the math. It's probably cheaper to learn the skills and to make the money than trying to save. Like basically, you're pinching pennies at the start. You're trying to save some money up front. When if you invested the money, you learned the skills, you'd be making hundreds of thousands, right? I'm sure now that you've learned the skills, you're going to stay in sales for a long time. You are going to make hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe millions of dollars in your life, and people are stuck over investing in themselves at the start.
I'm sure a lot of people can relate, especially to like the situation of trying things. A lot of people have tried things in the past. Like if you look at it and you say to yourself, are people out there making money online?
Yeah.
You're going to say yes.
Yeah.
What's missing between you and them, right? And it's really a case of if you've tried things for a year, 2 years, and it hasn't worked, something's missing, it's probably just the guidance and the actual process and the actual help to get there. Because with myself, like, yeah, I had the mindset and the want and the drive to do it, but I didn't know how. I didn't know what was needed. Fast forward, like I got that help.
Yeah.
And after spending 2 years of trying things, in 2 months, like that, like you compare the 2 years versus 2 months, I'm taking the 2 months every day, especially with the growth I've had.
So let's say someone is already in sales. They're not looking to land their first role, but they're looking to increase their commissions and make more money. What do you think the biggest needle mover is for someone that's maybe stuck at 6, 7, 8,000 a month, looking to push past 10, push up to 15 grand a month?
I think it's the skill set behind it. If you relate it to a football aspect, you're in MPL 1 in Sydney,
Sure.
or you're 23s or 20s pushing to first team.
Yeah.
You're obviously decent to get to that point, but to progress up to the higher levels and then even A-League, skill set.
Yeah.
It's the same comparison. You make 6K a month, cool, you're still decent at it. To progress, polish the skill set, get better in that sort of...
Yeah, I think sales is a very tough but fair game.
For sure.
You get paid very much based on how good you are. So the easiest way to make more money is to be honest, and most people don't want to hear this, but it's just do more, take more calls, book more appointments, whatever it may be, spend more hours doing it, right? And just get better.
For sure.
Like they're kind of just the biggest needle moving things, at least to get to 10, 15,000 a month. And then when you want to push up to 30, which we have a few people in the program doing as well, it goes a level deeper.
For sure.
But that's a topic for another day.
And the reality is like, everyone knows what they should do and what they need to do.
Yeah.
But most people aren't willing to do it. Like I know I need to have a routine. I need to put this amount of hours in.
Yeah.
I know I need to.
Yeah.
And if I don't, I'm not going to get the goal. And most people don't want to actually put what's needed.
I mean, I knew I needed to make a change, but I didn't knuckle down and commit and do the work that I knew I needed to do until, and this is psychology here, the pain of staying the same in the same spot was higher than, the difficulty of making a change, right? So I was very much doing nothing, cruising along, pretty lazy, pretty comfortable, until I had to keep working this job washing dishes, 12-hour days while I was trying to become a professional footballer. That then became more painful than doing nothing. And that's when I locked in. That's when I made 6 grand my first month appointment setting.
And that's relatable because 2 years of in the same position, not really locking in on what I needed to do. But at the end of the day, like nothing changes if nothing changes. Like if you're in the same position for a year, 2 years, and you don't want to be in that position, in a year's time, you're probably going to be in the same position if you don't change anything.
Yeah. And in hindsight, I wish someone gave me this advice when I got started. Because I spent about 10 months kind of just cruising along, not doing that much. And it's very easy to say in hindsight, like I should have locked in earlier. Sure. I very much wish that someone had just told me, whether it was through a YouTube video or an Instagram reel, to just lock in and get to work quicker. Because no one is going to make that change for you, like apart from you.
Exactly that. Like it's your responsibility to, like your mum, your dad, your partner's not going to do the work and get you out of that situation. No, I'm not going to come knocking on your door
Yeah.
and say, come on, mate, time to get up.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's your responsibility.
Sure. So I remember you took the step, you joined the program, you invested in your sales skills right when you got injured, right? So I believe you didn't have an income at the time, but you still committed, you still jumped in. What do you think to people that, I guess, place responsibility on external factors that, put that responsibility elsewhere so they don't have to look inside and like do the work?
For me, I looked at it from front, like face value. Is like, I'm doing the same thing for a year, 2 years.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do it for another
Yeah.
year. It's like, I either make the decision to invest in myself, or I accept the fact that it's not going to happen. Like, if it comes to a point in time where you want to commit to something and you don't act on it, it's not going to get easier in 3 months.
Sure.
Like, when you're not going to have an epiphany to say, I need to do it now.
Yeah.
If the urge to do it arises and you don't act on it, it's not going to get easier in 3 months. It's a case of looking at what the position you're in now. Is it where you want to go?
Yeah.
Is it going to help you get there? If it's not, what needs to change? What's missing?
Yeah. And obviously this program has changed your life, but when investing in yourself or doing something online, it doesn't have to be my program. It doesn't have to be sales. But at the end of the day, what someone is missing at the start is skills. They're not going to find the skills under their bed in their back pocket. You have to go somewhere for the skills. And usually those skills, to make you more money, usually has some sort of barrier or a price tag. So I think you were very much successful because you showed up, you finished the training very well, you hopped on calls with the team, my 2 sales managers that I have in the program. You kind of just did the work, right? Do you think if someone is looking to get into sales that they need to have the expectation that you have to work, you have to spend a few hours a day doing it, you have to learn the skill set, and you have to like actually get good to make good money?
For sure. Like, it's not like it's you jump in sales straight away, you're living the dream.
Yeah.
Like, there's a high sort of ceiling and a high, like, it's a nice lifestyle you can live, but you're not going to get there if you don't actually put in the work when needed. Yeah. That's just the reality of it.
For sure. So with that said, who do you think shouldn't get into appointment setting, who shouldn't get into sales at all?
I don't think there's a boundary on who can and can't. I think it's just your mindset. Like, if you actually want something, sure. Like, you don't need to be talented. You don't need to have like an Einstein brain. Yeah. You don't need that. You just need a work ethic or the drive to actually want to achieve something in your life.
And I think that's why most people that are, regular people, you can say average, kind of suck at sales because they don't have the mindset. Do you think if someone's an athlete, they've been dedicating themselves to one thing most of their life, that they have the kind of mindset, the determination, the drive, the hardworking nature, the competitive nature to really like succeed in sales?
For sure. I mean, speaking for myself, like the amount of hours I put in to my training, my dedication to that and the cause of being a professional footballer translates in my whole life, the discipline aspect, everything. So as an athlete especially, like I have, and I'm sure most people can sort of testify to that as well, they feel or have a different mindset to most people their age, people older, because of their discipline and their dedication to something. Yeah. And it can translate to your whole life.
Well, I think when you've spent 15 years working towards one thing, spending a few hours a day appointment setting so you can build an additional income stream and you can quit your job becomes very easy when you spent the last 15 years working hard.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, spent 15 years, why just give up?
Sure.
Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, do you think that appointment setting has allowed you to take football further, focus more on that dream, and say take it to the next level?
Without a doubt. It's not only allowed the comfortability to support myself, like with playing football and the lifestyle, but it's more the freedom and time aspect behind it. Is like, I base my work around my goal, which is football. Yeah. Instead of basing work as the main thing and football around it. Yeah. Right. That's not going to get you to a professional football. That's not going to get you to a higher athlete.
I mean, I think achieving a professional sporting contract or whatever the goal is hard enough. But if that is second in your, daily priority, if you have to show up to work first and stand on your feet for 8 hours a day, probably the harsh reality is you're not going to make it as a professional footballer if you have to work 8 hours a day. So with that said, do you think working with me, obviously the modules we give you, the coaching, the 2 sales managers that we have that literally work full time to help you. Do you think we gave you absolutely everything you needed to succeed in sales, not only the skills wise, but also literally handing you a role once you were inside?
Easily. It's not like you guys have you've told me a special sentence and that changed my life.
Mm-hmm.
Like you've given the tools
Yep.
that's required.
Yep.
And I've used them.
Yep.
And now I'm in the position I am.
Sure.
And you look at Saxon, you look at Ronaldo, whoever it is that has been through this as well, and the position they're in now, they've just used the tools there.
Yeah.
Like if you're on a construction site and you need to build a building, you're going to use the tools there.
Okay, so you've now made 10 grand a month with appointment setting with sales. You've recommended a few people into the program. Is that just because you know they can see similar results as you want to see them winning, you want them, say, out of their jobs? Or where does that come from where you start winning and then you start telling everyone about the program?
Well, a big thing is I don't want to gatekeep in a sense, right? Like I want, especially the people close to me, I want to see them win just as much as me.
Mm-hmm.
So, because if they were to get into appointment setting and sales, that doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect my journey. If anything, it allows, like it boosts them, right? And I get like a good feeling inside knowing I can help them. Yeah. And so, I've recommended my brother as an example, right?
So to give some credit to you, you were probably one of the people that went through the program, worked with Athletic Freedom, our sales agency, and absolutely blew it out the park the most, right? So what piece of advice would you give to someone that's maybe on the outside, about to start their remote sales journey?
No one's going to take you out of your position. Work on yourself, like commit to yourself and what you want to achieve, because realistically your dreams are probably around the corner, or your goals, right? And the potential that you may have, that you can achieve, you're never going to know unless you actually take the steps and actually put in the work.
I agree. But I think it's also that everyone is put on this earth with a limitless potential. When I dropped out of high school and I failed business in school or whatever it was, I moved across Sweden and I couldn't even finish high school. I didn't have much potential. It's just like, you can build something, you can build yourself to as high as you want. But if you want to dream big, you need to have the courage to back those dreams up with the action and actually doing the work to make it a reality.
If you don't do the work, don't be sad when you haven't got to where you need to be.
100%. So you're obviously a very talented footballer. You've represented Australia in football, and you started the program with a job, with a 9-to-5. How do you think you managed to transition out of that so smoothly, and obviously now being very successful with sales?
Well, I just kept my football as number one priority because it's my goal. Like, I have a lot of goals, but that's something I've worked for my whole life towards. And I just sort of detached from the work aspect and all of that and made it smooth. Yeah. As long as I kept training, as long as I put in my football work, like, and did what I need to do. Yeah. The transition from a 9-to-5 to appointment setting was the smoothest thing possible because, like, you've already set it up in place for me to transition. Like, it's set there and makes it easy. And I just did what I had to do.
Well, the game plan's pretty simple. You kind of do 3 things. You learn the skill, you land a role. Once you get proof of concept in that role, you start making money. You slowly cut back on work, and then you quit your job and you kind of go all in.
Exactly that.